Hey, what's up everybody? This is ParlayDoc from wager.life, and today's video is called How to Make $1,000 a Month Risk-Free Using OddsJam. That's right, this is not BS, this is not a scam. I only promote stuff that I would use myself, and you can do this by using a method called arbitrage betting, okay? Now, first off, I want to thank the sponsors of this video, OddsJam, for allowing the staff at wager.life to test drive some of their free and premium tools. They got a lot of cool stuff like line shopping tools, plus EV identifying tools. But today we are going to do a deep dive on their arbitrage betting tool. And I'm going to show you how you can take advantage of all the features of this tool to make sure you can make risk-free, guaranteed profit in sports betting. And it is well worth it. Even though it's a premium tool that requires a subscription, it is well worth it. How well worth it? Look, to give you a quick recap, I've been using it for a short period of time. Right now, I am averaging a clip of $36 of risk-free profit a day. Now you're laughing, you're like, 36 bucks? That's not a lot. Do the math. $36 of guaranteed profit a day. Multiply that by a month, that's over $1,100 profit. Multiply that by a year, that's over $13,000 of profit a year. Risk-free, sweat-free. Now how does that sound? That's what I thought, okay? So first of all, what is this concept of arbitrage betting? Okay, arbitrage betting in a nutshell is when you can identify advantages in odds and lines on one particular match, game, prop, okay? And you can take advantage of that by betting both sides to guarantee a profit, okay? You can bet both sides and it doesn't matter who wins, if the prop hits or doesn't, and you can lock in profit. So let me give you a real life example so it's a little bit more relatable. Let's say you find an NBA game where the Brooklyn Nets are playing the LA Lakers. You've done your line shopping and you've identified the best odds possible. You found that the Brooklyn Nets on one sports book are plus 100 on the money line. So if I bet $100 on them, and if they won, I would get $100 profit, I would get $200 total back, okay? On another sports book, you notice something a little odd. You see that the Lakers are a heavy underdog. They're plus 150. In that scenario, if I bet $100 on the Lakers at plus 150 and they won, I'd win $150 profit, get my original 100 back, I'd collect $250. Now you're saying this is a tight game, I don't know who's gonna win, it's pretty close. So here's an example of an arbitrage opportunity. Rather than worrying about who's gonna win, who's not gonna win, you can lock in a guaranteed profit by betting both sides, by just doing a little math. So if I put $100 on the Brooklyn Nets at plus 100, and I put $80 on the LA Lakers at plus 150, I've risked a total of $180, okay? You're saying, why would you bet against yourself? It's not the case. I risked $180 total, but regardless of who wins, the winning ticket is gonna return me $200. So I will make $20 of guaranteed profit. That's a 10% profit margin. I don't need to watch the game, I don't need to sweat. It's because I found these odds discrepancies and I took advantage of it. I'm able to lock in profit no matter what. That is arbitrage betting in a nutshell. Now, who has time to line shop multiple sports books, find discrepancies in the odds, take advantage of them before they change? Nobody does, okay? So this is where the OddsJam arbitrage betting tool becomes your best friend because they do all this for you. They shop the lines, they identify discrepancies, they alert you via email to let you know there's an opportunity. They tell you what the percent profit you could lock in. They have a calculator so you can calculate how much you want to bet and how much you need to bet exactly on the other side. They take out the hard part. Your job is to just jump on it, lock in profit, and watch your bankroll grow. So enough of me talking. Let me share my screen and let me show you some of the features of the arbitrage betting tool on OddsJam. Okay, so first when you log on to oddsjam.com, the first thing you will see is your home dashboard. That will summarize things like your total profit, your ROI, your pending bets, how often you're beating CLV, your profit breakdowns. But today, like I said, we're doing a deep dive on the arbitrage betting tool. So first, you go to the top of the menu, you go to betting tools, click on arbitrage, and basically this will pull up all of the current arbitrage opportunities, okay? So let's break this down for you. And again, this refreshes like 100 times a day or more. So this will change every few minutes to hour. So on the left-hand side, you're going to see a column labeled percentage. This tells you what percentage profit that you're able to lock in if you were to take this arbitrage opportunity. Now, don't get scared off by this. These are a little bit outdated from maybe 15, 20 minutes ago. But typically what I've seen here is anything ranging from the 1 to 5% profit margin range. And that's what I've seen as the most common. Once in a while, you're going to see some double-digit ones that are like 10%, 12%. But I would say most fall in the 1 to 5% category. They tell you the date and the time of the event, the sport, who's involved, whether it's a money line bet, a prop opportunity, what books the odds are on and what the odds are. So here you can see, it's Nakashima versus Eisner for a tennis match, and they tell you what the market is. It's total sets over and under 2.5. So let's say this were something juicier, okay? And this is something you were interested in. So you can basically go over here to the calculator icon, click on the calculator, and for the sake of showing you a good example, let's change these odds a little bit just to kind of emphasize this. So let's say, on Barstool Bets and on Bet Rivers, the odds for under 2.5 sets in this tennis match is -143. You say, okay, I'm going to bet $143 on that side. You saw what happened there. This field filled in automatically. Okay, so let's do that again. 143. And it says, basically, if I bet 143 on the under, my total payout will be 243. If I staked $88.36 on the over at +175, the payout would also be 243, and then I can guarantee and lock in a profit of $11.64, which is a profit margin of 4.79%. Okay, so this is basically how their arbitrage calculator works. So you can do some quick math without a lot of thinking and know exactly how much you have to bet and risk on each side. Okay. The other handy tool that's here on the dashboard is if you click this plus sign, you can also add this arbitrage bet to the bet tracker. Okay, so you basically come back here after you've placed your bets on your sports books, place the amount you entered, click save, and it'll add it to your bet history so that you can keep a good record and log of all your bets just to kind of track how you're doing. Another feature here is this tweet icon. You can kind of sync this with your Twitter account and send out tweets about the bets that you're making as well, if that's a feature you want to utilize for social media. Here's the refresh button where you can refresh these opportunities to see what comes, what goes. If you go into settings, this is actually kind of important here, okay? So you will get alerts to your email, all right? So you have the opportunity to customize your email alerts, okay? You can decide, do I want to see alternate markets or only just the main things like money line bets? So do you want to see alternate markets or not? Do you want to see player props or not? What percentage threshold do you want to see alerts for? So you're saying like, I don't want to see things that are under 1%. I don't want to see things that are under 2%. So you go in here, change it to 2.5%, and then only arbitrage opportunities that meet that profit threshold will come through to your email. Okay, so this is huge. This is key so that you're not being bombarded with useless alerts. And then, like I said, just a quick view here. If you go to Bet Tracker, you can see the different bets that you've made. Okay, all different types. You can label them as arbitrage bets, normal bets, plus EV bets. So let's take a real life example here. Let's see. Here was a good one. So recently I bet on the Olympics in the gold medal match for the women's singles tennis. And there was an arbitrage opportunity. So on one side, I bet on Belinda Bencic at +110 odds. I risked $238.10 to return just about $500. Okay, I bet the other side on a different sports book at DraftKings for Vondrousova at plus 100. I risked $250 to return $500. Okay, and you can see my bet slips here. So either way, I was going to get $500 back. And when you add this up, this was $488.10. So basically, I got $12 of profit locked in. So no matter what happened, I knew I was going to make $12. So this is an example of arbitrage betting. And again, not huge numbers, but you do this a few times a day and you can lock yourself in a nice profit. I already told you, I'm averaging about $36 profit a day. That's over $1,100 profit a month, okay? So these are some of the key features of the arbitrage betting tool. And like I said, in future videos, we'll go over some of the other tools and features that this website has. All right. So if you enjoyed that tour of all the features of the arbitrage betting tool on OddsJam, please show us some love, show us some support, okay? If you're thinking about signing up with them, okay, if you like this review, please use our referral link down low in the information section and help us by using our link, okay? Because if we generate leads and signups for OddsJam, it helps us by giving us some referral sign-up bonuses, and that's all we ask. Because look, you know me and my buddy Wager.life, we are out there on Twitter grinding, sharing boosts that we like, sharing ideas, sharing tools that can help level the playing field against the sportsbooks. So to show us some love, use our link if you're gonna sign up. In my next video, I'm gonna give you some pro tips and lessons learned about how to fully take advantage of the tool, of the arbitrage betting tool on OddsJams, okay? So you can learn from some mistakes I've made so you don't make the same mistakes, and some tips on how to capitalize on some of those email alerts that you will get so that you can grab all of the ARB opportunities that you find juiciest, okay? So until next time, this is ParlayDoc. You can find me on Twitter at ParlayDoc and my buddy at Wager.life. Follow us, like this video, share, and I'll catch you on Twitter for some more complaining about bad beats. Until next time.
Turn to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady.